Yo, what's up, my K-pop fans? It's been a while. Mm. Hope did you guys watch the 2014 Mama Awards? I know I did. It was okay. The show was all right. Only things that I enjoyed or performances were Girls Day and Ailey collaboration stage, Bangta Boys and Block B collaboration stage. Um, I did enjoy G Dragon and Tae Yang's "Good Boy," even though I think that song is terrible. I still enjoyed the performance. Um, that's pretty much it. But as a whole, I thought XO were pretty good as well. But as a whole, I thought Mama was kind of meh to me. But I kind of expected that because I mean, you look at a lot of stuff that's been happening in the K-pop scene since the beginning of this year. Um, I it it's expected. I'm just saying. You know, if things would have turned out differently in K-pop this year for a lot of the groups and companies, and Mama still sucked, then I'd be like, well, there's no excuse. But I can let it pass for it kind of being mediocre because it's just not been a good year. Onto that, speaking of groups having problems with companies, it was reported earlier this week. Um, B.a.p. That's absolute perfect. My number two favorite boy band after Big Bang. Uh, the group that the rookie group that I think set ablaze in 2012 and made every other rookie group, even XO, that have debuted after them since 2012 and up currently, stepped up their game. Every rookie. Personally, I feel they are now having problems with TS Entertainment, which is one of my favorite K-pop companies, and they're asking for their contracts to be nullified because they're not getting paid and they're being overworked, and they're working sick and everything else. This is just terrible. I mean, after so many groups that we've had this year having problems with their companies and everything else, I'm just like, well, some of the groups I like, but I'm like, well, at least some of my top three. Now BAP is one that's getting poked with the stick, so to speak. I don't know, that's probably a bad analogy, but I can't think of anything right now because I'm just like disappointed as a fan. Not against BAP, but just TS Entertainment. I thought that they, just wow. Um, One of the complaints that they had was kind of like BAP's complaint is kind of similar to a block. Well, no, I wouldn't say a block. Well, yeah, it's kind of similar to a block B. Um, Difference is that their complaint BA, whereas block B's complaint was that they weren't getting enough exposure, plus they weren't getting paid enough for everything that they were doing. BAP, their complaint isn't that they weren't getting a lack of exposure, but the fact that they weren't getting paid for all the activities and all the exposure that they've been getting. So it's a little similar to to Block B in regards to just lack of pay, I guess. But beyond that, it's completely for different reasons as to why lack of pay. Um, and also, them being overworked and them working, being sick. BAP have been out since 2012, so it's been 3 years now since the group has been out. Still, even though we're still in 2014, it's been 3 years. The boys have released 10 albums, I believe, already. That includes the mini albums, full length albums. 10 albums. They've done tours and concerts all around the world, and yet they only get 10% of their pay. 10%. Um, Not a lot. I forgot the number exactly, but if you look at what TS Entertainment, like, their budget, or when saying like this is what we spent on BAP over the course of 3 years, and this is how much they get, which is, I know for a fact, is 10%. You translate it into American dollars. It's not a lot that goes evenly among six boys. Um, I think this is horrible. I never would expect this from TS Entertainment. There are some insiders that come up with some pretty valid points that I don't think TS Entertainment can really dodge. so to speak. I know a lot of B.a.p fans are probably are disappointed or saddened by this. I'm saddened by this. Um, but I remember I made a video last year. I made a video and I said, is B.a.p too overexposed? Is TS Entertainment pushing them too much? I made a video talking about that exact topic last year. Sorry about the light from my camera keeps doing it. I don't know why it's doing that. I made a video about that last year, and I remember, I will not call out any names, but I do remember some people telling me, they're like, hey, I like when B.a.p come out with albums back to back, or, I like it, when they have all these concerts and stuff like that. And I'm like, hey, that's cool. They come out with these albums and, they can do these concerts. That's great. But sometimes too much of a good thing can be bad for you. And it turns out them promoting too much is bad for them because not only are they complaining about lack of pay, but their health has also come into question. And, due to them, TS pushing them so hard and having them continuously working all the time. So, hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. Uh, I thought TS Entertainment had been pushing B.a.p way too hard, way too much. Within 3 years, these guys came out with 10 albums. 3 years, 10 albums. They haven't even been in the game longer than not even as half as long as Big Bang, and their album collection is probably just as much as Big Bang's or close to it. And they haven't even been out. I think that's a little bit ridiculous in my opinion. I'm sorry. You have a group like Big Bang that have been out since 2006. Okay, you expect them to come out with about 10 albums. They may have a little bit more over than 10 albums, probably about 13 or 15. But B.a.p, they've been out for 3, and they have probably just as much as that or close to it. I think that's a little bit of a problem. A little bit too much overexposure for the group. And then there's also reports of another group complaining of lack of pay with TS Entertainment. Another group. Now, other people are saying Secret. Hoesung just recently said that the rumors that are coming out saying that another group artist have problems or issues with TS. She says it's not true. It's not us. It's not Secret. I don't know about that. Now I could take. Now I don't think maybe Secret are. They might not be because I think Secret is TS Entertainment's breadwinners. Um, they've been promoting B.a.p really hard and whatnot, and they have been making tons of money off B.a.p. I think Secret are still probably one of their top artists in terms of revenue, bringing in revenue. The only group I can think of is Untouchable. Untouchable has been there since the beginning with TS Entertainment. They were the first artists that were signed to TS Entertainment. They've done concerts, even though these websites like All K-pop and others don't publicize that because these guys aren't idol groups, or idols. But they've been with TS Entertainment since the beginning. So, and they've released some albums and a single, I think, like this year. And they've done some stuff. So, Untouchable, if Secret's not the group, which I'm kind of 50-50 on, is definitely got to be Untouchable. That I think have issues with TS Entertainment. Then TS is coming out with another girl group soon. It's just really bad. I don't see how these companies can push forward and proceed with debuting new groups when one of your current groups, not even just one of your current, but one of your top current groups, is having problems with you. How do you still manage to finance and debut another group when your current crop of talent is having financial issues with you and they're about to sue you up the kazoo, or at least, get their contracts nullified and to where they completely sever all business ties with you? I don't see how these companies do that. So this is one piece of news that is very interesting to me. Like I said, B.a.p is one of my favorite boy bands. Uh, Number two behind Big Bang, and I made them my number two immediately when they first debuted 2 years ago with Warrior. They caught my attention, and immediately I spotted them as my number two favorite. I put them up there, which I don't do a lot for rookies, but that's just how much they had impressed me that much with their debut. Um, they were that hot for a group, they um so yeah, I just you guys let me know what you think about the whole thing with B.a.p. Where do you see it going? Let's just say hypothetically, if B.a.p does, if all six members do leave and they can't resolve issues with TS Entertainment, where do you see them going? I know some people. YG has his hands full already with Winner and then Icon after that, so I don't think YG would take B.a.p. I mean, it'd be great, but I don't think it would take them. What company could you guys see B.a.p in? Should they all leave TS Entertainment together and stay together as a group? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment box below. Comment, subscribe. Peace.